back. This is round 5, the last round of our little Swiss system kind of day one shenanigans. This is gonna separate the men from the boys. This is gonna decide who makes it through all the way to that our second day, starting tomorrow at either 4 or 5. Not 100% certain, but
5
for
Eastern.
now, 5 Eastern it is. So for now, we've got Blue Elephant versus the big guys, which I've been assured, as we've been assured with many things, this is looking to be one of the better. We've had unfortunately a couple 5-0s so far since I started today, but what can you do? Sometimes teams just kind of a little bit forget what's going on. Their brain falls out and turns into a bit of like a pasta session, and crazy things happen. So this game, I mean, I'm not quite sure about the relative skill levels of each team here. Boxcar, do you? Ooh, okay, a little bit uncertain. I think Boxcar's fixing a couple of things. So in the meantime, we're just gonna wait for all the boys to go live. We are 12 on server. We should be starting pretty quickly. Looking like we'll be having Rage and Lights playing Soldier for Blue Elephant, Morris and Scruff playing Scout, Jojo on Demo, K-Man on Medic. I'm actually being told something along the lines of kind of mid, kind of low / mid IM teams. So look at me seeing something a good little step above from the kind of the chaos and drama that Open could be. So maybe a little bit more kind of a strategic, tactical kind of stuff, especially if we're talking about some proper teams instead of a puggy kind of situation. Because when you're just playing as like a bit of a pug team, you just kind of try to get every little opportunity to take some 1v1s to win through sheer force of DM. Whereas with actual teams, we're talking about some strategy, and everyone loves strategy. You just love strategy, Boxer.
I love strategy.
I know you win these games.
I know one of these teams is an actual competing open team, the big guys. They're probably gonna wind up in top 8 open this season. Just got some solid players. The other one, a bit of a pug team. I know features a couple members from one team. Recognize a couple other names. Should be a decent game.
You reckon so? Who's where your prediction is going to go for? Who do you think is going to be taking this, and how dominating a performance are you going to kind of be expecting here?
I'm hoping it's a closer match. Both teams have some pretty good players. The red team has a Thor who's an Invite Soldier playing Scout. He's a pretty good player. And then blue has Light, who's a very talented soldier. He's playing on a very decent, very good IM team, like top 4 IM. So, but I think these will be pretty evenly matched teams. One player can't play for 6 people.
I mean, they can give it a go, but ultimately, yeah, they'll have a little bit of difficulty doing that, I think. Ooh, very nearly readying up here, actually. Just doing the last little bit of preparations. It's been a long night for a lot of these players. Instead, when you're playing these kind of 5 games in a row and with a bit of time in between as well, that the time soon kind of catches up to you. So, I think like we saw with the last game, especially with the European team, I think some of the mental, physical fatigue kind of got to them, and at a certain point, these aren't professionals we're talking about here. If you play that many video games for hours on end, you are just going to a little bit fall to pieces. But I think,
but I think it's pretty cool that we get the chance to show some of the younger people, the up and comers.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, usually the kind of teams that aren't quite playing at the top, there's not really the resources to cast as absolutely everything. So, it only makes sense to give some of these players a good opportunity to get some screen time. Just been informed, we'll be live more or less any second now. So I think it's gonna be interesting to see in what way these teams approach mid, especially a more kind of a puggy kind of team. Because I always feel like with Snakewater, the mids really come down to whether you can get some decent aggression with your soldiers, whether that be trying to take top or just trying to force the other team away, or whether just going for some of those like full commit kind of bombs. I think a lot comes down to what kind of openings your soldiers can really get for you. And I say if you're playing with a bit of a puggy kind of a mixy team, it's gonna be a little bit tricky, but this is it. Our first round is gonna start. We have, as we just said, this is blue elephants versus the big guys. Doesn't look like anything too crazy, like
The snipers,
any
yeah.
crits coming out from the medics. Yep, no crazy different classes, no crits running equal Ubers for both medics, and blue team's rolling out a little bit more passive on top left. Really early aggression from red side, taking a lot of position up top, but they're getting punished with the counter jumps from the blue soldiers. Two picks immediately go to blue, and red's just going to try and desperately run away with their tails between their legs. Really fast stuff. Nice little counter jumps for the blue soldiers. And actually, with the damage red has sustained, they're a little bit scared about trying to commit to second here, especially because they haven't really got any of their spawners in time. Blue's taking all this position for free. No real danger to K-Man either. Red Scout's lucky to get away with his life, and this is probably going to slow down for a couple seconds as they've got some equal Ubers. Red team holding towards the right with theirs. It's going to be really tricky for blue to make anything happen here.
It's a very dominant mid from the blue team. I was just watching, their scout got up onto the logs on top of the point and just immediately ate a direct and just died. And blue kind of could use that space, bomb their soldiers across without being denied for free, and kind of just slowly but surely crushed them. You know?
Yeah, I said it was really nice kind of counter aggression, getting those counter jumps in. You know, the second you see one team try and take space, you immediately just retake it. We're actually seeing a lot of kind of scrappy fighting coming in on the right. We actually have a second blue player in. Looks like it was a little bit of a dodgy, but ultimately it was a double stack. Blue's going to be, I was going to say they would be looking to get out, but actually they're going to end up with a trade here with 2 down. You have to be really careful not to get caught out here, as they do back towards their side of point, but it's still really tricky as red's just kind of storming forward. Jojo's pick is going to be really helpful here, but with so much position being taken by the red soldiers, they got that bit of high advantage, but actually no, completely disastrous for them. Blue's going to have just fantastic focus fire and just take down the entire red side, and with no spawners up, that's actually going to be a really swift round for blue. I thought I was absolutely going to go the way of red there. They take some great position, but
A really nice double bomb out of the blue soldiers. I saw one of them hiding in Africa, and just they both jumped, and 2 nice clean rockets onto the medic, and helped them win the round there for sure.
yeah, I said definitely really good stuff. Some really strong way of kind of going back from what I thought initially was quite a dodgy little situation, but going into a second mid of the game, we're interesting to see where the same mistakes are made. Red again going for some really early aggression up top. This double kind of counter jump does take a lot of it back for blue, but red's not getting quite as caught out this time. We're actually going, yeah, nice aggressive, kind of picking up those free frags on the the soldier and scout, and now it's their turn to force blue all the way out. Desperately going to try and get away with only 3, and with so many red players getting just so aggressive, soldiers taking all the space they need. And this might be an opportunity for red to start walking forward and actually maybe get into far left from the attacker side and maybe get some kind of sack before blue's really set up, but they're a little bit slow for it. We do have a sniper on the side of blue who's going to start peeking them now, so you're going to have to be a little bit careful. What are you kind of expecting to see here, Boxcar? What are you thinking red's going to have to pull out here, considering they don't have an off class of their own?
I think they'll, yeah, it looks like they're stacking a soldier now. If he does, oh, he almost got the force. That excellent milk out of the red medic, but I imagine you just that the red room will probably come up, maybe spy, maybe sniper, and I feel like this will be a nice classic stalemate. You know, it happens when you're playing TF2. Oh, he's spawning on a soldier actually. Maybe he's just gonna do the classic tag and slam his head against the medic until he forces him.
You never know, and as long as red can keep their medic outside the range of this sniper, you know, playing these kind of nice little positions, they shouldn't be in too risky of a situation. It might just be that they try and take lobby, maybe get some buffs and just kind of see if they can get a pick from sheer spam, but they're not quite making too much movement. Maybe they are just sending another sack in, and they are. 1 rocket, really nice surf from K-Man. Doesn't even take really any more than 60 damage, so yeah, maybe we might just see exactly what you said, just roamers jumping at medics up until they can make something happening. I mean, from my point of view, if you're sending too many Roma sacks in, you know, one by one, without any real support, you're basically just bullying your players at that point.
Yeah, big headshot onto the demo, but nothing is made out of it. Blue Scout walking into a pipe. That was pretty funny. That was just spamming them from
Oh, ooh, more headshots coming out.
big shot onto the demo. They hopefully they'll be able to act off that soon. Maybe get off the sniper class and or actually they might peek the sniper more aggressively into the lobby. Soldier going down in cheese. Yeah, this is a soldier walks through cheese and gets the force onto the red medic. This is big stuff.
I said it's going to be really good for blue as long as they can get out here without having to use. Using here would be almost the worst kind of situation. K-Man milking and milking and milking. Goes down to 50 HP. Doesn't even care too much. All he needs to do is just reconnect with his players and it should be quite an easy push out. I mean, ideally from blue, you'd be thinking they don't want to be using for this point. They've already taken so much position. Red's absolutely nowhere near to really contest anything. Actually, if anything, they might just be able to punish them on the right, but nah, they're. I think blue's just content to take this point and walk all the way towards choke. See if they can't go actually through kitchen. This is a really good opportunity to try and catch red out, but they actually lose two immediately. Disastrous.
Really bad stuff. Not using through. Scout didn't check for stickies and got punished for that, as well as Soldier got headshot by the red snipers as soon as he walked through soft. Just all around poor play.
You know, really fundamental mistakes to be making there, and even though they did manage to get a pick there, doesn't look like blue want to contest too heavily here, just kind of peeking and prodding and now losing their demo as well. This is just kind of, you know, making a bad situation even worse here. With the Uber about to come up on red, it is 4v4, but I think with these spawns, they're actually okay. It does look like they will be delayed a little bit, only sending 3 through with this Uber as they leave their soldier to cap, but they do want to go fast before blue have really got all their spawners. Just got to heavy up with his crit hill, so he will be sitting there on 450, but with this Uber coming in, as long as red can get some focus fire down, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Yeah, heavy's going to go down incredibly easy. No real stickies on point. Red could opt to start playing it, but looks like they want to go for some frags right now.
Oh my god! I'm sorry for interrupting, but that was a crazy air shot out of the red soldier.
Ooh, always interrupting for air shots. That's all I really care about in this game. And actually, this is now looking to be a 3v3. Red medic goes down, and unless they can see some kind of superhuman gymnastics from the scout, he is just going to eat that rocket and go down. Thought I was going to be a red round for sure there.
Yeah, they're it appeared like, actually no, the red soldier was the one who got the air shot. I was gonna say that it could have been one of those miracle rockets that saves you the round, but apparently not. Anyway, red team now is up on the spy class. I believe that's their roamer. Already sneaking on the second, walking up the little stairs, going up the train, and you know, both teams building their Uber. Red building a little better, and they're probably just gonna, you know, classic stalemate, wait for the spy to get a pick. If he doesn't, it doesn't matter, he's just a roamer. Class doesn't have impact.
I mean, it is almost a little bit brave there to fully commit your roamer onto spy in a situation like, you know, both teams are on about 20. There could have been some kind of off Uber push, and red would have been in a really dodgy situation there, but I said it isn't going to matter too much.
They get
forced down.
Red team gets forced. This is Dyer's situation, and spy goes down. Anybody get a pick? This is not looking the best for the red team. The big guys are might be a little smaller than we thought here, eepily.
Yeah, quite possibly. Blue's going to still desperately try and get through this really narrow little choke point. I mean, I'm not even quite sure how they're managing to get this far without taking that much damage. I mean, they're all still basically in the green. This is completely disastrous for red. How they managed to let the other team walk so far in is absolutely beyond me. It's basically going to be a wipe all but this one little soldier who was going to go for the cute little hiding spot where you just hope that people don't have eyes. And oh my god, he actually really takes down K-Man. I thought that was just absolutely no chance at all that would work out, but
if he had a scout to do a nice chip shot, that would have done the blue team in, but unfortunately he didn't. And now they're gonna they've been coast to coasted with a sniper class on last and an engineer. They're ready to sit and wait.
Yep, I mean, Blue Zuba is about to come up basically any second now, looking to see if we can't see a slightly better last push that we saw just moments ago from Red, Uber does get used a little bit early, but they're starting to focus by some of these players. Again, no real stickies on point. Blue, if they can take some position, they could start playing it, but they're a little bit scared. It's only now they're really starting to play it. With an Ubersaw coming out from a K-Man, this is actually going to end up with a 3v3. There is a gun, but it's not really going to do anything for Red. It's basically by spawn, and yeah, after a bit of a scrappy fight, a lot of kills from the Blue soldiers. This is going to be a second round for Blue. Not quite sure the logic behind the sentry on the spawn door. Doesn't really shoot anyone. I'm sure someone out there's going to have some
poor positioning.
For it.
That's what we call that one.
Yeah, I think maybe just a little bit of panic there. Almost makes one of your players basically non-existent in that last hold, but that's it. 2 up for Blue Elephants into our third mid of the game. So yeah, it seems to be this game's all about the height control. With a double bomb going straight in from the Blue Soldiers again. Really hard medic. What an air shot from the lights. Absolutely decimating the Red medic. Really, really crispy rockets coming out from the Blue Soldiers, and now it's all on K-Man to just stay alive yet. And his team's just absolutely cleaning up. I mean, between Scruff and Rage, you know, you might as well call them Dobby the House Elf, because they're just cleaning up, making all kinds of magic happen here in these mids.
They're collecting. I call them the kleptomaniacs, eepily.
They're just absolutely annihilating here. And this should be, as long as Blue can manage to not make the same mistakes we saw earlier, this should just be another round basically gifted to them on the basis of an incredibly strong mid. They will have to use through the shatter because of the threat of that sniper. They actually might just be a little bit braver and walk left, almost directly to the combo, but nope. It does look like they'll be walking straight to the shutter. Uber gets used. Again, the scout's really aggressive when a pick gets onto Jojo, so Demo down, only now dealing with the gun. I mean, they've got to really, really focus fire these frags down. It is actually starting to work with a lot of time taken on point. The Rage soldier coming in again, doing a lot of good damage, but this Ubersaw, no! K-Man! K-Man! This is absolute destruction from Blue. I mean, how do you even come back from this? How do you get the mental fortitude to come back from a round loss like that?
It was truly embarrassing. If Marius, the Blue Scout there, actually kind of beefed in that fight, so luckily K-Man came and salvaged for his team. But here we are, mid number 4.
Yeah, take it away. Let's see what's happening in this mid. Talk to us, Boxcar.
Looks like a red... not good at mids, but let's see. Not much happened in Red Soldiers bombing. Oh my god, Lights managed to get the... I can't even talk, they're just dying too fast.
Just complete chaos. Blue just getting every single frag that matters. I mean, a couple of them went pretty weak, but it just seems to be their positioning, their focus fire is just way, way, way stronger than what we're seeing from Red. There is actually a scout hiding in Saw. Maybe he can even try and get behind, but he's going to get caught out completely yet. Cleaned up as well, and now Red's going to have to try and hold last. 5v6 with a massive Uber disadvantage, and the Uber's coming all the way through low. They haven't even had to use yet, and now they have. Spreading quite a lot of it onto the different players just to conserve the health quite nicely. They do lose one, but taking down the Demo, they can start playing point basically whenever right now. They can get some stickies there to protect this Scout. But no, he goes down actually. And now K-Man's trying to make another miracle play with the Ubersaw, but this time it's not going to work out, you know? You need to save those for the highlight reels.
That's this is kind of irrelevant, but that Scout got 2 kills with 1 scattergun shot.
That's pretty the easiest frag of his life.
Soldier going too lower. Oh no, he gets caught out by Asura. Almost got the back cap. Point's definitely back capable, but no longer. Blue team having the sniper up, and just gonna sit this one out.
Yeah, I think Red's just gonna... Looks like they're building this Uber up. They were a little bit, I think, a choke for a second there, but Saw looks to be their destination of choice. Like I said, they will have to be a little bit careful of this sniper. I'm actually seeing a kitchen play here. Quite a popular gimmick used in Europe. This kitchen back cap kind of strat where you have your Demo and Scout playing there. They haven't got the ×4, but without someone really to block mid, Red's just gonna cap it. I think they've seen about half of how that push works and kind of ignore the other half where your team comes in and blocks, but now with 2 people behind and Jojo being the Demo as well, this actually looks like Red have an opportunity to just walk all the way to last, basically 6v4, 6v3. It's
Their demo just kill binds. Now on the 20-second respawn timer. This is no bueno for the blue team. Down a soldier as well.
I mean, the only upside is they have just got the Uber, so they should be able to take a trade here, but it's going to be dodgy if they try and commit too heavily to this position. Then again, they have a scout trying to back up. But they're actually delaying this last so long. This back up will actually... Yeah, it should be looking to come in. No, he does manage to go down, but in the meantime, on last, Blue have just picked up about 4 frags pretty easy. They do know where both the red players are. They should expect them towards lower. As long as Blue can push out quite sensibly, yeah, they'll be picking out the scout, and then it's only this demo towards... Nope, he's going down as well. The second I look to try and find him, he gets taken down, so...
Huge bomb from Asura, all the dropping out a window and across the little wall right there, getting the pick on the K-Man, salvaging the round a little bit for his team.
Yeah, I said a really, really important pick, although it does leave the red spy a bit kind of without purpose right now. I mean, I think he's actually going to go for the spawn camp.
He gets
very disaster for Blue if it happens. There's absolutely no way. Okay, he won't. He gets
this player has a headset on.
Yeah, turns out Morris has headphones, heard the decloak. That spy, you know, he didn't go down, but there's no real way he's going to get anything as long as Blue are playing sensibly.
Still alive?
We are.
He died.
We are playing in a situation where Red does have just enough advantage to push off if they are pretty speedy here. So maybe the threat of this spy, maybe you play the spy all the way behind Blue, and then as you force him out with the Uber, he can maybe walk in to try and get the backstab. They'll also know exactly how much the Uber advantage will be. So the Red Uber gets forced off. And again, not really able to take much, but maybe the point. I mean, with all the damage which has been dealt and lights behind, there might actually just be a perfect opportunity for Blue to repush before Red can even get capped.
Not before they get capped, but the blue team is walking back in 100% Uber. Lorion, the tags are just going all in favor of the blue team.
From lights. This kind of I mean, Red must have been aware the soldier was behind him, but it must have just been perfect timing. Lights walks in just as his team pushes forward. Red are caught completely unawares, and if I'm not very much mistaken here, not even having to use the Uber there, this is going to be just a 4th round for Blue on the board. Red are just only getting their spawns. There's no real time for a gun. They haven't even got a heavy, and they're all 5 playing towards this left-hand position from the attacking perspective. Blue walks in through right, gets a slightly later use of the Uber than they have on previous rounds as well, getting an immediate pick. And again, the scout's playing straight under point as long as they can keep him alive, but they don't again. But thankfully, they've dragged enough Red players towards the point that this should be absolute curtains for Red. And that's 4-0.
We're just simply getting the worst of luck with the matches. But you know, this is still anybody's game. There's still 12 minutes in the game. I get 4 courtesy rounds. It's been done.
You never know. I mean, we did see some really good stuff last round. Red very nearly managed to secure themselves a round, but really it just comes down to a lot of real fundamental mistakes and some just really solid play from the side of Blue. So Red are going to have to really make something different happen on these mids in order to actually win a few consistently. They're trying to go for some really deep bombs. One immediately gets kind of picked off, and they do manage to get K-Man, but with this 4v4 no matter kind of situation, it's going to be really, really scrappy. It's all going to be the focus fire. It's all going to be people just hitting their shots.
This mid actually appears to be going in the way of the red team. Oh, just as I say that. Actually, it's not over yet. You know, it ain't over till the fat lady sings, and she is belting right now. This mid is the red team's mid.
It is. It's finally, you know, maybe just something to take away from this. Turns out some of these scrappy fights of Red do seem to be able to just eke out ever so slightly. You know, it was pretty close, but now position we're in, it's going to be equal Ubers again. Neither team looks like they're on a crit or anything. Just going to be sitting around equal Uber building some stuff. And honestly, for Red, even with 10 minutes remaining, they've got to be thinking, we've got to start playing fast enough in order to get these rounds, because, you know, worst comes to worst, they need to be getting a round every 2.5 minutes. And that doesn't really lend itself to sitting around building Ubers and trying to go for regular little plays. So Blue does actually get a headshot as well. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I was just saying, speaking of little plays, Blue gets a headshot onto the red pocket soldier. It's a big pick when your Ubers are even to the percent. They were actually building, and they were at the exact same percent. the entire time.
Well, that's it. You know, taking down that soldier, taking down actually the second soldier. It's only now here is just spawned that they really have even 5 people here. And it's just really just going to keep counting down this clock for Red. Like I said, Red's going to be in a position where they can, you know, send some kind of sack, make some kind of play in order to really get these Ubers at least out of the way. If not, try and build themselves some kind of advantage. And constantly losing players is just going to keep kind of, you know, taking time off the clock. I think that's all Blue really need to worry about right now. They don't have to make anything too crazy happen. You can just count down the timer, and in a couple minutes, this is going to be basically your game anyway.
If they want to play that way, then they can certainly sit here for 9 minutes.
K-Man drops! Somehow Thor just walks all the way through. I mean, they take down the soldier, but even still, really, you know, absolutely crazy to see K-Man getting caught out there by the scout, and it's actually going to be a complete disaster for Blue. Even with lights going down and Scruff, oh my god.
This is
That was
what
just
Red
crazy.
needed. This is the kick in the butt Red needs to get out there, get their numbers on the board, and hopefully they can keep rolling this momentum. That was an amazing. It was just so poorly timed out of K-Man, and such a well played out of the Red team.
Yeah, like I said, really, really unexpected. Just, you know, just getting that one pick and then another. I think Blue were completely caught with their trousers down, and maybe this is the start of a new game for Red here. I mean, there is the ever-present threat of just one more round being needed for Blue to take this by win limit, but I don't think Red should be thinking too much about that as they try and desperately keep their own medic alive. It's really nice jukes from him there, and they're actually looking to be getting a really, really good mid here. It's actually only the Blue demo and medic, and they should all be going down. I think the Red Scouts right now are absolutely dominating. This is looking really, really solid again. If they can convert this into a round, maybe suddenly we've got a much, much closer game on our hands here.
Like I was saying, that last round was the kick they needed to get energized. Blue team setting up for last heavy engineer. Their medic just spawned. He had such a long respawn. Only at 10%, and the blue team has their full Uber charge. Level 2 gun up heavy, you know. This isn't impossible. Oh, the demo gets sent into the skybox, but gets the gun.
Actually gets the gun and actually pick 4, so it's not too bad, but unfortunately the rest of Red not really able to make anything too much happen. Actually able to get a single more pick than right at the start, and I think Red might be trying to go for a little kind of a backup kind of play, but at this point Blue should just expect it. This is yeah, pretty straightforward. Nothing too crazy going to happen there, and now it looks like Blue's going to be in the driver's seat again.
It was really unfortunate there. They didn't bring a scout or a soldier in to clear the sticky trap, and the demo got launched into the skybox, and the medic got sent to the left and either went out lower or K-Man dropping again.
Okay, this is just turning into the find K-Man, make him make mistakes and just absolutely dominate as a result. I mean, Scruff's trying to make things happen, but even though he's staying alive, I think for about 20 minutes longer than he should have, it's not really going to amount to too much as Logan does stay alive. They should be taking second and again have another shot at this Uber advantage push onto last. Will they make the same mistakes? Will they just sort out their issues in terms of focus fire, in terms of point play, and actually be able to convert this into a 4-2 kind of game?
It's definitely the potential for Red to, you know, if not tie it, then win here. But need to deal with this heavy. That's their main target. Soldiers dumping him, scouts on him. Heavy's pretty weak, going down. This is looking to be in the favor of the Red team, getting another pick. Oh, Red medic going down. K-Man getting a frag. 2v2, demo scout versus demo scout. Let's see if the scout can pull it out for his team. Spawn's not up for another 7 seconds. That's the round.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's a classic kind of situation when, you know, you see a scout versus a demo, you expect, yeah, the scout should win this, you know, 100% of the time. Life's not always like that. One miracle pipe could have saved it for Blue, but ultimately, like I said, you know, top most points on their team, the Red Scouts just absolutely dominating right now. Going to see if they're going to have another really strong performance on this mid. I said it's always a risky situation. One really, really dodgy mid might just be curtains for Red, but They don't care too much. They're going for this early aggression again. Bit of a fight going on in kitchen. Lights is going to get the better of it. So now red, if they're going to make something happen, this is their opportunity. The soldiers actually just kind of dancing around with the scout going down. This is going to be really, really tricky to make anything happen with this flank coming in as well. Lights is going in, jumping in, absolutely annihilating everyone on red in this. Now all on Sir, who's standing behind, jumping straight into a scout. There's absolutely no way he's going to get anything much from this, and looks like it's a return of Blues dominating mids, and with 4.5 minutes to go, starting to... This is, I think, the beginning of the end for red.
Potentially. I wouldn't count them out yet, you know. Came in and started to slip up. And this red's got a sniper, an engineer, a heavy. They're comfortable to hold this until it's like the right time for them. Blue team looks to be trying to go through each other here, but sees the heavy and backs off. Here they come. Sentry's actually hidden right now. Ooh, this is good sentry placement. They have to split their targets. And there goes their whole Uber. Only getting one
I don't
kill.
know. I said they are taking some decent position. They got some really, really good time on the cap, but red's focus 5, all the important players, was really, really solid this time. Said again, maybe they are learning from some of the mistakes. Maybe this is it. Maybe we're going to see another coast to coast with. Said it is still just enough time, and we're actually seeing red almost start walking towards mid. They don't want to waste any time at all. They know they're 85%. They know that if they can just stay fast enough, they might even be able to catch out some of the blue players. I mean, likely not the blue medic, but maybe Rage actually. Yeah, he's going to get stupid weak. Uber does get used. Picking a point for an Uber, that kind of seems worth it. But at this point, it's almost like you've got to be thinking red needs to get in a position where they can make some kind of off Uber push onto second. There's actually a blue spy alive throughout all of this, just kind of wandering around getting some information from his team. No real chance of him doing too much, but this is it. Red's just trying to make it happen. Actually,
he makes something happen, alright.
He does take down the medic and get out alive for it.
Traded
The
medics
fight for
there.
second.
K-Man going down to the red soldiers. Spy's on point right now. Might get the backstab on the scout. No, that's not happening. But yeah, the blue team is no, they're just not they're not playing as well as they were before. They're starting to slip up. They're maybe getting too cocky. It's like I was talking about earlier. You give them the confidence, so they develop an ego, and once the ego is developed, they start choking. Because they're like, oh yeah, we got this. These players can't beat us in a fight, and then they beat you in a fight.
Exactly. You know, that kind of situation. If you lose a couple rounds and then you lose a couple more, and before you know it, it's equal, and suddenly you're not getting those 3 points you were expecting. Red does actually look like, with this about 20% Uber advantage, they want to walk through left, take some decent position, but actually the flank's coming in from the blue soldier. He gets great speed to the direct. Actually, so much time is being done by red, and actually they cap it somehow.
Wow, that's
from under the nose
insane.
of blue. That's so important for red at this point. With 1 minute 50, this is possible. This can be the TCM rounded game. We haven't seen this kind of stuff for quite a while. Is this just every day in America for you guys?
I mean, this has been a pretty crazy season so far. We had the Velocity 8K comeback. We had the Omni 5 comeback and the IM semifinals. There's been a lot of comebacks this season, eepily. You've been missing out.
Well, maybe this is it. Maybe we're going to see another one exactly like that. But it all comes down to 1 minute 20. Can red get the better of this mid? They're taking, again, some decent height. There's lights going all the way behind on the side of the blue, so red just need to completely ignore him, just walk all the way forward and just really get this focus fire down. They are getting a couple really, really important picks. They're turning around. They know Lights is about to jump in. The scouts could... Oh, Lights! Hitting an absolutely insane air shot on a red scout there and actually managing to get out, but the rest of red, their combos walked all the way down to second. They have the Uber. Lights is finally going down. Uber's still up on red, not having to use here for the second point, and this is completely possible. This is 45 seconds. This is beyond doable. Actually, I take that back. It's not Uber, it's crits. The crits come out. They do manage to force the blue eagle, but it's only a demo. If they can stay alive, they can repush. Oh, and they're doing exactly that. Okay, they just need to take the time. They need to heal up, and they can go for this off Uber push with 30 seconds, but they're going to have to get on point quickly. You really can't afford to chase every single frag hit. You've got to start playing towards the point from the start. 25 seconds. Shutter, I was going to say, a brave choice here. Red medic going down. And
shot of his life.
Yeah, this is now looking to be damn near impossible. You need some kind of superhuman plays here from Red, they start getting a little bit of time, but 8 seconds to go. There's a heavy there. He's just got so much health. Demo's trying to get on it, but unfortunately, that looks like it is going to be it. 4-3 to Blue Elephants. I thought that was going to happen just then. I thought we were going to see it.
If Red team was not on the Uber charge, they could have pulled that one out, but just misplay.
That was, I said, just a slightly different situation. Maybe that crit stick he gets directly into the medic's face before he can react. Maybe we see I think a third drop for K-Man's name, but nope, Blue managed to hold it out from there. Big advantage, played just slow enough that they forced Red to a bit of an uncomfortable position, and that is going to be it. Said, see, when we were expecting that was going to be a roll. No. See?
I wasn't expecting a roll. I told you earlier, this is going to be a close match. It was.
Definitely good stuff, but said Blue Elephants just about getting the better of the situation. I think this is actually going to be it for the Saturday games. I think that'll be everyone's points sorted out. I guess teams will probably be notified of who will be returning for the Sunday games tomorrow at 5 Eastern. So I think this might actually end up being us done for the night.
Yeah, I believe that's the end of our time together, eepily.
Oh, I'm sure we'll get more time in the future. Don't you worry.
Potentially. Tonight was interesting for sure.
Oh, definitely. I said it was about 1:30 for me when I get shouted at, "Yo, we might need you, buddy." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm sure my neighbors don't mind."
Yeah. Who needs neighbors?
But yeah, that's it. I think this will just be where we bid you all farewell for the night. Just going to get confirmation that this is our plan. Can I have a little whispers in my ear? This is the last game. Okay, so I think we're just we'll sign off for the night and see you tomorrow, fresh, bright and early at about 5 Eastern, where we're going to see our big playoffs games. And ultimately, we'll be crowning another champion of the Essentials NA Monthly. So I've been eepily here with my boy Boxcar, doing some solid casting, gotta say. And we've had console on production. Shout out to all of our previous casters and all the guys behind the scenes. But we're going to see you guys tomorrow.